Hey, what's going on, guys? Yes, it's XP with a surprise video for you guys, man. Absolutely, welcome aboard. This video is going to be because of a bunch of questions I keep getting in chat, and I love answering the questions, but I figure I'll put together a top 5 flight simmer on a budget. Top 5 things for a flight simmer on a budget, and also for newbie people just coming into flight sim game, and they always ask about products, and one of the first products they have asked for, number 1, is PC. Hey, what PC should I buy? What PC should I get? And my answer is this: get the best PC that you can afford. It's not going to be who makes it, it's going to be the specs on that PC. And some people's budgets are up here, some people's budgets are down here. It doesn't matter. When I started, I bought my PC used. I updated I added a graphics card to it because you cannot use a computer with integrated graphics with a flight sim. It's just not going to work out well for you. So my first PC I bought used. I added a graphics card to it, and I stayed at a certain setting on the graphics so I can get good frames. My second PC was a Dell. I had a bigger budget at the time, and I bought the best graphics card I could afford, the amount of RAM I could afford, and also the CPU. That's what I did. My last one I bought from Newegg, and I didn't care where I bought the PC from. It had to have the graphics card that I could afford, the CPU I could afford, and the amount of RAM that I could afford. So I would suggest, if you're getting to the game, don't look at brand, look at the specs. If you have a budget, max out that budget and get the best you can get for what you have. And when you get it and you start running your sim, just adjust your graphic settings so you can get smooth frames. I would say anywhere 25 and up in FPS would be good for you for flight simming. So that will be number 1 of the top 5. Second question people ask me: hey, should I get a joystick or should I get a yoke? What should I get for flight simming? If you're on a budget, I would recommend the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. Yes, that joystick I owned for like 2 years. I flew with that thing, and the reason why this thing was so good, it was only like $25. I'm gonna put a link in the description to that joystick. It's a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. It's a joystick, so you can use both Airbus and Boeing with it, and it flies right even in the Boeing. Unlike if you try to use a yoke with an Airbus, doesn't feel right. It's got a twist grip for rudder pedals. It also has a slider for throttle. So you get a throttle, you get some kind of yaw movement, you can steer, and you can fly with it. Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, that thing's about 25 or 30 bucks. I'll put a link down in chat for it. Number 3, rudder pedals. Once you graduate to rudder pedals, you're like, what should I get? Where should I start? There are rudder pedals out there that are $600, and there are rudder pedals that are $300. But the rudder pedals that I recommend to you is the Thrustmaster TFRP. Yes, Thrustmaster TFRP rudder pedals. The cheapest I've seen those for is $115, and they're worth it. Not only does it do the rudder pedal thing, but it comes with independent toe brakes, which is what you want in a flight sim. You can do, what do you call that braking? Differential braking, right side, left side. So it's the TFRP Thrustmaster flight rudder pedals. That's the one I recommend for you guys. It's very good if you're on a budget. Start with that, and then you can work your way up to some more expensive one if you want to, but that one will last you a while. I've used that one for about 2 years until I upgraded to the $500 pairs that I have right there. All right, number 4, headphones. Get it from time to time. Hey man, what headphones do you use? What headphones do you recommend? Well, I'll recommend the one that I've been using for about 3 years now. Microphone sounds good, very comfortable, it's cushiony. It's plugged in the USB port of the computer. It's got a mute switch on here, so you can mute it, which I sometimes accidentally do. And so if you're talking to somebody, you can mute it so they won't hear or whatever. And that is the Logitech H390. Logitech H390 headphones. Here's the best part about these headphones: they're $25. 25 to 30 bucks, depending on where you buy it. Amazon, you can get it for $25, these Logitech headsets, and they're well worth it in my opinion. You might have bigger ones out there, better ones out there, but this one is good enough for flight simming. And what I use it for, I use mine for VATSIM. So my sim audio comes out of my speakers, and my headset is just used for VATSIM communication only. You can have it with the sim coming through here if you want, but that's what I use mine for, so that's what I'd recommend. Let's go to number 5. This one costs you free. This one is going to be free. I'm talking about freeware mods, airplanes and scenery mods, both for X-Plane and for Microsoft Flight Sim. Those are the 2 sims that I have. I'm not sure about P3D and FSX, but there's tons of freeware for both sims. The best freeware that you ever heard of is the Zibo 737 in X-Plane. It's good for X-Plane 12 now that just came out. Free, and it's an excellent plane. The equivalent one in Microsoft Flight Sim is the fly-by-wire mod A320. Those 2 planes are good planes to have, and you pay nothing for them. So before you go out and start buying payware airplanes, try the free stuff first. Get that. Also, freeware sceneries. X-Plane, you have xplane.org. It's a forum, and you have tons of freeware sceneries on there for all different kinds of airports all over the world. Microsoft Flight Sim side, you also have freeware scenery if you go to flightsim.to. So xplane.org, flightsim.to for free stuff, and both sites have liveries for the airplanes that you fly, free liveries. So I would try the freeware stuff before you go out and spend a lot of money on sceneries and airplanes. So those are the top 5 things that I recommend for a flight sim on a budget, or if you're new to flight simming. I might add a 6th one. This is optional, but if you're going to plan on flying on VATSIM, you're going to need some air rack updates every month or every other month, depending on how you want to do it. And you're also going to need some charts that are current and up to date. And I have what's called a Navigraph subscription, and that Navigraph subscription, it runs you about $8 a month. You can buy it for the year as well, or if you're frugal, you could skip 1 or 2 months. You know, your air rack usually lasts, you know, even with the changes they come out with every month or so, it's only a small changes. You can get away with flying 2 to 3 months old data, and you shouldn't have a problem most of the time, but sometimes you might. But I would get a Navigraph subscription to go along with that. $8 a month if you want to plan to fly online and enjoy it, take your flight sim and experience up to another level. But that was it, guys. Quick video. Top 5 things for flight simmer on a budget or for newbies. Best PC you can afford. A joystick from the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, the TFRP Rudder Pedals from the Thrustmaster, the Logitech H390 headsets, and freeware mods on xplane.org or flightsim.to. That's it, guys, for this top 5 video. Real quick, thank you so much. I'll see you guys on another stream. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.